having a team of staff who understand the potential risks to data and cybersecurity, who understand the controls you have in place to protect people's data, and who know what's expected of them and why, is critical to your ability to effectively manage data protection and security within your organization. This video covers the questions within the toolkit which are about staff training. They cover how you know who needs to have what level of training in relation to data and cybersecurity, whether your induction processes cover it as well, whether you train your staff to manage data and cybersecurity on an ongoing basis, and whether senior staff with responsibility for data and cybersecurity have received the appropriate level of training. Question 3.1.1 asks whether a training needs analysis covering data and cybersecurity has been completed in the past year. All staff working in social care organisations need some understanding of information governance and cybersecurity, but the level will vary depending on their role. So as an example of that, someone who has routine access to either confidential employee information or health and social care records needs to understand how to protect and handle it appropriately to ensure it's accurate and available when needed. And a staff member using a digital device, like a computer or smartphone or a tablet, needs to be aware of their responsibilities to protect information from cyber risks. And to identify what staff need what training, we suggest that you undertake a training needs analysis. To do this, you can use any appropriate method and record it in any format you choose. But to help you, there's an example of a template on the Digital Care Hub website. So it's training needs analysis. You can download it and it will look like this. There is lists here of the sorts of areas of training that your staff might need, such as data and cybersecurity general awareness, data protection, data quality record keeping, physical security, including paper records if you have them, preventing data and cybersecurity threats, email good practice, password good practice. So you'd need to identify which staff would need which types of training. This is only a guide. You'd need to actually think about your organisation and your staff and think about who needs to know what. But this would be a helpful template for you to use. So to complete this question, you need to either upload a document like the template that we were just looking at, or reference an existing document if you've already uploaded your training needs analysis, specify an intranet or internet location, or enter text describing the document's location. So in this instance, I'll do that to demonstrate. So example would be your training needs analysis is in the HR files under training records or similar. And once you've done that, you can save it. And the important thing to do with the training needs analysis is to review it on a regular basis. And we're suggesting at least once a year. Now, question 2.1.1 and 3.2.1 are both about staff training. The first one asks you about your induction process, and 3.2.1 is about ongoing staff training. Now, everyone in your organisation, staff, volunteers, directors, etc., who has access to personal data should have an induction that covers data security and protection, as well as cybersecurity. And they should have training every year to ensure those messages are reinforced. Now, when staff or volunteers start with a new organisation, it's during their induction period when they're likely to be at the most vulnerable. They may not understand your organization's systems, policies, and procedures, its cultures or norms. So your organization, therefore, should have a data security and protection induction that helps those staff to understand their obligations under data protection law. And that induction and ongoing training should cover at least 4 things: the importance of data security in the care system, how to apply data protection law, being aware of physical and digital threats to data security and know how to avoid them, such as safely using computers or other digital devices, and knowing how to spot and report data breaches. And the really good news is that there is training available from Better Security, Better Care. So on the Digital Care Hub website, there's an e-learning course that's been specifically designed to comply with the DSPT and covers those 4 areas. And your staff can complete this course for free and take an assessment to prove it. And if they reach 80% on the assessment, they'll receive a certificate which has a date on it, which they can send to you, and that's your proof that they've completed that training and passed the test. So I'm demonstrating it here. The training has 4 modules covering your data protection rights and responsibilities, keeping data secure, threats to data security, and data breaches. And there is a separate assessment or test that staff can do. Each module takes between 10 and 20 minutes to complete. Some are longer than others. And between them, all 4 modules, they cover all aspects of data and cybersecurity at a level that's suitable for frontline staff in adult social care. That's what it's been designed for. And just to say that if you have your own learning management system in your organisation, you use an LMS, you can download this e-learning as SCORM files and load them onto your own systems. There's other resources as well. There's the Discussion Manager's discussion tool. And this, if you like, is a kind of offline version of the e-learning. It covers the same areas and it gives prompts for managers to talk about with their staff and includes a sort of offline test that you can give your staff to meet the same requirements. So if I go back to the toolkit, question 2.1.1, this asks about the induction process. So I'd suggest using the e-learning, but as well as that, it's important that the messages your staff receive in induction are localised and specific to your organisation, such as making sure that you give references to local procedures and policies and making sure that staff know who to report their concerns to if they have a data breach, for instance. So to complete this question, tick the box to say that you do have an induction process that does cover data security and protection and cyber security. And I'd suggest that you may use the comments box to say a bit more about what version people use, when it was last reviewed, or anything useful to know when you next review this question. As question 3.2.1 is about having 95% of staff who have access to personal data have completed suitable training. Remember, the e-learning is suitable training. You should have identified that in your training needs analysis every year. And the question acknowledges that 100% might be a bit too difficult because staff sickness and churn and turnover. So to answer this question, it's a tick box one. And you can put comments here to say that staff have completed whatever training that they have completed. Save that one. Question 3.4.1 is about staff with extra responsibility for data security and training. Now, the e-learning is designed for everybody and it should be taken by these people, managers, etc. as well. But some staff might need more in-depth training in addition to the learning modules. And your training needs analysis should identify who might need what additional training. So to answer this question, tick the box and put some comments here to record any relevant details, such as what training is being completed, by who, and when that was last carried out.